Lubina, we want to say rest in peace. If your soul is alive, we'll definitely meet one day. Myself, my family, Ghana, the entire world who have experience in you says rest well, Lubina.
Welcome to GH Dog TV, on #1 Dog TV for all dog lovers, and my name is Solo One. You can call me the dog blogger, and you can see I have this lovely friend here. I'm already in love with this dog. If you are new on our channel, you kindly subscribe to our channel and then you hit on the notification bell icon for more exclusive and amazing dog content. And then you also follow us on all of our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok and X at GH Dog Blogger. Today's episode is a very emotional one. Today we're going to talk about a dog that lived for 15 years, a dog that was adored by the masses, a dog that touched many lives. But before we get into this episode, let me acknowledge our proud sponsors. Josira Pet Food, the pet food with passion. You have dogs, you're looking for the right dog food for them to look beautiful, nice coat, healthy. Just pick their contact details on our screen, or when you go to any pet shop, you ask of a product from Josira Pet Food. Dry food, wet food, sauces, and what have you. Just link up with them. And the beautiful thing is they've even got dog food for diet-sensitive dogs, which are grain-free and hypoallergenic. So if you want to link up with them, you just pick their contact details on our screen. Now, dog lovers, without wasting much of your time, let's get right into today's episode. My name is Solomon. You can call me the dog blogger. Stick and stay.
Clap for me. Clap for that. Yeah. Okay. Go through here. Go through. Okay. All right. Come here. Come here, Lubina. Quickly. Come through. Oh, super dog. Yeah. Yeah. My name is Samuel Tiwonisam Kuteba, the boss of Tiwonisam Dogs World. I am a married man, blessed with 4 children. I have other children who are just sitting with me right now, another family. I'm holding my first degree in human psychology and also one of its kind in Africa, a wildcat trainer, and of course over 20 years experience in dog training. The year 2008 was when I got in contact with the ex-president's son, Mr. Jekum. And so fortunately, I got Lubina through his cousin. That was 2008. And Lubina is a Bichon Frise, a female. Fortunately, I did not buy Lubina. It was a gift to me. And so Lubina had been one of its kind, a blessed one to me. In fact, Lubina was one of my 3rd dog. As a dog trainer, I had one dog called Time, another called Beauty, before Lubina. So Lubina was my 3rd dog to own, and she had been so instrumental to me. I named this adorable dog Lubina because I was studying something about dogs, history. As a Christian, I wanted to learn about the history of dogs in all the religions that we have. And I got interested in some of the dogs that was sent to visit Jesus Christ when he was born. And according to the history of the Jews, the names of the dogs were Lubina, Malampo, and Sibila. And hence I chose the name Lubina for that adorable, lovely Bichon Frise that I owe, Lubina. I'm bringing up Lubina when she was a very young age of, I think I got her 2 months old. Yes, Lubina was so lovely and always smiling, and she developed something we called attachment to me, my wife. But then our firstborn wasn't born. But when the small boy came out, she developed that bond with him as well. And this attachment created something called the mini guard dog behavior in her. So she wasn't just a pet. She developed the guarding behavior, as in protecting us. If someone comes around, Lubina will alert you that somebody's at the door. And she became like a mentor to any other dog that I brings into the house. She was very, very intelligent. And in fact, sometimes when I'm not well, Lubina is able to notice it and comes to lie by me, look into my face. Days that I feel so sad coming back from work, Lubina will notice it when I'm approaching even my door. And her style of welcoming me changes so excessively and so calling, like in a way of cooling me down. Her upbringing has also taught some of the dogs that we own, because anytime I'm coming back from work or I travel and I'm getting home, the way Lubina will jubilate and welcome me, it was something that the other ones begin to copy. She came up, in fact, I didn't even want Lubina to give birth. But one day I said, no, let me have a way of replacing Lubina, should in case one day she leaves me, because death is inevitable. And we have her, the former President Rawlings had a male, the same breed, and but then I was training his dogs. So I contacted him and I said, why not? Use it. So I used his dog to cross Lubina, and Lubina had puppies. And I think this is the offspring of Lubina. Malampo is here, and then that is the granddaughter of Lubina. So Lubina has blessed us so well, and we cannot forget all the experiences that we went through with her while she was alive. Her lifestyle, I don't know if we can get a dog that can behave like Lubina. When I was down, 2019, when I was completely down, almost to the point of paralysis with my spinal cord issue, which is something that is known by everybody. Lubina, when I'm lying on the surface, Lubina will come and lie on me, like put and look into my face. So then it's like calming me down. So if I want to talk about Lubina, missing her when I travel is different from she dying. Yes. Lubina helped my children to walk at their early, in 7 months, the children begin to walk. Because she was the dog that I trained to be able to walk with her 2 legs, just like a human being. And I had to train my children with Lubina. So at 7 months, my children begins to walk, all with the help of Lubina. Her experience or living with Lubina cannot be, I can't describe all. If you give me the whole day, I'll just keep on talking about Lubina. And she honed my dog training. If you ask me, somebody will say, how come you are so into dogs like this? It is because of the motivational style from Lubina. Because if you're able to train a dog to do something, it kind of psychologically motivates you. And that was what Lubina did to me. Lubina sit on my head, and Lubina is able to sit on my head. Wow. And the whole world saw that there was something in Samuel. All because Lubina coped with my training skills and were able to explode. Not to talk much about Lubina, that's Lubina. Lubina, as a very intelligent, adorable dog, had a lot of activity that she really enjoyed anytime we go for our training or we are going for performance. She had a way of welcoming me, and that is a way of dancing. She liked dancing, let me just put it that way. One of the best hobby was dancing. I was with Lubina on the road one day, walking with her when she was walking with two legs. And a certain lady stopped and asked, "Oh, what is that? Is it a toy?" And I said, "No, it's not a toy, it's a dog." It's like, how can you have a dog walking with two legs? And I said, yes, that is how I trained her. And in fact, she had been, so one of those skills that, as I said, was walking with two legs. She did it, she can walk some distance. Then one day, my daddy visited me, came to Accra when she wasn't well, and she said, "Okay, I want to see that dog." She loved my family. Anyone who comes to the house, Lubina will welcome the person. So I was training the dog to sit with her front leg, her four legs being up as a sit pretty, and then standing to walk, and then sitting on my head. And my daddy was like, "Are you crazy? How can you?" I mean, it's natural for the dog to walk with his four legs. He can't walk with two legs. And I said, "Okay, Daddy, let's give it a try. There's nothing wrong when we try it." And she got it so perfectly. Sitting on my head was one of the things that Daddy said, "Please don't break these dog's legs, because when it falls from the head will crash." I did, and one time she fell down from my head. That day was a very sad day. Actually, nothing much happened, but I feel like, should I give up? And I said no. I was so determined to make it, to dance with my dog even when it's on my head. So she loved it. And I always have a hat. When I put the hat on, Lubina knows that we are going to have that kind of training. She will start jubilating. And I say sit, she will just sit, relax, she will sit on my head. I dance with her. She was a strong dog, if I put it that way. She never falls sick. She was always strong, and it's like the way we treated her in the house as a human being. You see, one thing about these dogs is when you give it the love is reciprocal. It goes back to you. And out of that, psychologically, even when Lubina was almost dying, when I went to visit Lubina in the hospital, the day I went, she was on admission for 3 days in the hospital. And when I went there to visit Lubina, when they called her, she never waked up. But when I got there and I said, "Lubina," then she turns and looks at me, forced her way out, and came out. She even fell down at the entrance of her bed. And I carried her up. Then we had time with her at the hospital, and I left. The whole point is that Lubina was a strong dog. She wasn't falling sick anyhow. It's once in a while that she have some, I think she came to develop some urinary problem, and it was more of like, when I consulted the vet people, they were not giving me any good response to that. And I went to read more about the Bichon Frise, and that is one of their problems when they are aging. They do have problem with their urinary system. That was the only problem we had. So this time round, she was 15 years, which in dog age she did very well. And when she refused to eat food one day, it was a concern to all of us. So we have to rush her to the hospital, and then they said no, she's okay. We went back, and I said no, she has to be on admission. So Lubina was on admission for 3 days, and unfortunately, she gave up at the age of 15 years. It was a glorious life Lubina lived. Lubina, the day I heard, you know, when Lubina was in the hospital, that day, the night before, I couldn't sleep. I was dreaming and seeing Lubina. Then when I wake up in the morning, as usual, we had to go for training with my other dogs. And in the training ground was when I had the message from the doctor that Lubina couldn't make it. Wow. I lose my strength instantly, and I sat there for some time before I could communicate to my other trainer who was with me as to what happened to Lubina. It was a sad moment. Unfortunately, my children had fought very hard to go and visit Lubina in the hospital, but due to school activities, they were not able to. Anytime they come from school, by then the veterinary hospital will be closed, so they wouldn't be able to go. So when I had a call that Lubina had passed on, it was very difficult to tell the children. Everybody in the house, even my landlady, who is a Muslim and never liked dogs, Lubina brought joy to her. She developed interest in having dogs. So almost every time she would call and ask, how is Lubina? So the death of Lubina threw a very sad moment in my household and the entire co-tenant where I live. The entire family of Tiwonisam was in a great shock. Just for 3 days of being to the hospital, Lubina couldn't make it. So it was a sad moment for all of us. We are still in the same sad moment because that dog is still fresh in our minds. I lose words. Sometimes I get confused as to what to talk when I'm being asked about Lubina's life, how Lubina. I still look like Lubina is alive. That's how I see it to be. And we call something denial in psychology. Acting as if the thing is there, just to be able to help yourself psychologically. And that is the method I'm using to have myself conditioned.
Lubina was like a big sister to me. I came to meet her around 2009, and she did well by taking care of all of us during the night, and in the day she loved to play with us. She won many awards with my dad, and she taught her children or her babies how to be like her. So we don't have problem in the security side, and we don't have problem too in the friendly side. One thing Lubina did is when I performed with her on the National Dog Show. She didn't fail me, but even though we were not able to get the award, but she didn't fail me. Lubina brought great impact in her life. She was very good. We will all miss Lubina. She taught us responsibility because it was a duty to take care of her. She taught us how to be humble, how to be loyal. She taught us so many things, and she'll be greatly missed by Tiwonisam and the people who were close to her.
One of the moments that made me remember Lubina well, when the ex-president Rawlings, when he called me, he said he saw my video viral and with a dog walking with 2 legs. And that alone, he's part of me. Who am I to have met this man had it not been Lubina? Lubina has been a great star to me, to my family, and to the rest of the world. Lubina, we want to say rest in peace. Rest in peace, in perfect peace indeed. If your soul is alive, we'll definitely meet one day. Myself, my family, Ghana, the entire world who have experience in you says rest well, Lubina. We love you and we'll never forget of you. Myself and my family will demonstrate, will do some performance in honor of you, to remember you wherever you are. Rest well, Lubina.
Okay, dog lovers, so that was it with Lubina. I'm sure you loved it. And now the next part is the performance in honor of Lubina by Tiwonisam Dogs World. But then let me acknowledge our proud sponsor, Josira Pet Food, the pet food with passion. You have dogs, you're looking for the right dog food for them. You have puppies, you're looking for puppy milk, puppy feed. Link up with them. Wet food, dry food, and what have you. And the beautiful thing is they've even got dog food for diet-sensitive dogs, which are grain-free and hypoallergenic. So just link up with them through the contact details on our screen. And trust me, you're going to love it. Your dogs are going to love it, and they are going to be healthy. So dog lovers, let's go check out the performance from Tiwonisam Dogs World.
Very good. Yeah, good. Yeah. All right, great well. Let's do it again. Come, let's go. Yes. Okay. Right. Yes, play that. Head up. You're not
Okay, dog lovers, so this is what we have for you today on GH Dog TV. I'm sure you loved today's episode. This episode was all about Lubina, a dog that touched a lot of lives, and I'm sure you loved today's episode on GH Dog TV. Now, in case you're new on our channel, you kindly subscribe to our channel and you hit on the notification bell icon for more exclusive and amazing dog content. And then you also follow us on all of our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, X and TikTok at GH Dog Blogger. In case you want to link up with GH Dog TV, you want us to visit your kennel, you want to be on the show, you want us to visit your pet shop, you pick the contact details 055-328-4056. This episode was sponsored by Josira Pet Food, the pet food with passion. You have dogs, you're looking for the right dog food for them, very nutritious to keep them healthy. Just link up with them. They've got dog food, wet food, cat food, puppy milk. And the beautiful thing is they've even got dog food for diet-sensitive dogs, which are grain-free and hypoallergenic. So when you go to any pet shop, you ask of Josira Pet Food, or you link up with them with the contact details on our screen. My name is Solo One. You can call me the Dog Blogger. Catch you another time.
GH Dog TV, your number one TV for all dog lovers.